Alright, fellas. We have a new post about classic Osira exploration report. If you guys remember from the first beta, they did this. Um, they seem to like to post this stuff on a Friday afternoon. Very, very interesting. So I haven't seen what any of this is. Didn't pre-read it. Just got home a little bit ago. Let's check it out. Let's see. Hopefully there's some news in here, not just basically like a recap. Okay, well, speak of the recap, we got one right here. Let's check it out. Oh my god, that's loud. Alright. Let's full screen this mother sucker. How the hell do I get rid of the thing in the middle? 9.8k made the journey. See, I never got. Oh my god, I didn't get to fight these. I was so busy testing and. Oh my god, Stank Shack, you defeated him. First Giga Chad. Oh my god, this guy's wobbling. Oh yeah, the controller was pretty cool. It worked pretty much flawlessly. Lemon story, true. Freaking Hermits. I totally forgot to do these jump quests too. Dude, oh my god, there's freaking stuff in the corner. Fastest? Dude, oh my god. So Lynn was an undercover boss. Oh, I actually like this citizenship thing. I know some people don't like it because it's like a daily. Oh. Dude. Fall Grand Launch, Founders Access, October 6th, Grand Launch, October 2-1. OMG. Release date. For real, no cap. That's literally exactly 2 months from now. 2 months. That's what I said, in a month or two. Oh shit, here we go. Alright, let's check it out. What do they got going on here? Citizenship overview. Citizenship rundown for a Henny. 2.6k. First player was Toot. Dang, I wanted to be the first, but I was too slow. Highest contributor, Boog. Giga Chad. Citizenship rundown for Kerning. Green and BGI. What does BGI mean? I don't even want to know. 756 Balrog wins, 93 defeated. Now I'm assuming this is the only ones on the actual ship and not the ones that they were mass spawning in town like crazy. Good shit. Most popular third job class, Hermit. Yeah, people don't like Bowman. Honestly, this makes sense. But look, more people made Mage than Thief. Honestly, that doesn't surprise me. Mage, you can never go wrong. 9.6k to Orbis. 660k quests. How many people were even in this test? Fastest to clear up. Okay, so this was like in the recap video, I see. Dang, I should have did this. I want to do this. I just totally... What was I even doing, man? What was I even doing? Total number of monsters invaded, dude. It's freaking invasion time. Most popular cash shop. Yeah, the Angel Halo, the pink rabbit puppet. ETC? Really? Interesting. ETC? Cosmetic Maniac, most cosmetic changes. 6-7 changes? Okay, come on, that's an XD. That time I got reincarnated as a MapleStory merchant? What the hell does that even mean? Snowshoes purchased 3.9 thousand? Wow, pretty, almost pretty even across these three, but people were failing scrolling their thief shoes, I see. Oh no, it's probably because, oh, third job hermits kept buying it. Lemon story, yeah. How about, why don't they just buff the other potions to be 1-to-1? So you aren't just spamming lemons and meat. And the sausages are only up here because they gave you those. What the heck? Okay, here we go. A message from Inkwellington. Alright, so this guy was roasting me in the beta test. That was kind of messed up. Hello, Maplers of Global MapleStory. This is Hanbayo, Chief Product Officer, also known as Inkwell. Yo. Global MapleStory Classic World Closed Online Test number 2. Say that 3 times really fast. Has now come to an end. Today, I'd like to share some of what we learned. First and foremost, I want to sincerely thank all of our Maplers. Okay, cool. Building, and then we got some screenshots here. I don't think I'm in any of these screenshots, man. I'm a freaking bum. Building Classic World together. Alright, this is important. Classic World began with a vision to bring back the experience of early Maple that so many Maplers have long missed. Goal goes beyond simply restoring MapleStory exactly as it existed. W. We don't want... Like, it's fine to archive that, but for an actual, like, game to be successful, it can't just be what it was. Like, if you want to have, like... Sorry, I'm going on a little tangent. If you want to have, like, 2005, 2006 MapleStory, and then it just stays there and doesn't go in a different direction or updated as it was until a certain point, like, it's fine to keep something like that, but if you want it to be like a full-fledged, like, game, something like that won't work. That's more for, like, archival and, like, something to just have to be there type of thing. We want to preserve the charm and feeling of early Maple while creating a more streamlined and accessible gameplay experience with thoughtful modern improvements that feel natural for players today. Yes, that's exactly what we do want. Like OSRS. I'm a fan of OSRS. At the same time, we want to introduce new experiences that we never had opportunity to explore in the past, building a classic world that can be enjoyed not only by those who loved it, but also players discovering the world for the first time. Yeah, like, the housing thing is actually going to be good. Like, the housing thing is a good modern MapleStory thing to put in a classic. I think it fits well. I guess it depends how we get the furniture and stuff, if it's going to be different. It looked like it came from the citizenship thing, though. But the housing thing wasn't in the beta test. To make sure our direction truly delivers an experience you can enjoy, we have conducted several rounds of testing. And then in closed test 2, they focused on this. Improvements made based on feedback and suggestions you shared in closed online test 1. So, like, the accuracy, and then I think they eventually did increase the iframe timer to 1.5 seconds from 1 second. Broad testing of Mac OS and controller support. The controller support worked perfectly fine. Now, however, I will say, like, so I play Smash 64 online a lot, and when I plugged in my N64 adapter, and I know that there's also other controller adapters or something, and it would mess up the mouse and it would just spam to the left corner of the screen. I'm hoping they can fix that, because I'm not, like, I don't want to have to unplug this every day to play the game, or remember to unplug it when I'm loading it up, because it was, like, really confusing. I was like, what the hell is going on? And then, okay, so Mac OS, it had a huge problem with duplication, but they did fix it, so hopefully no more big problems like that. But yeah, I know that a lot of people play on Mac, so that's good. The local system to support future language expansion. Yeah, so that's always good to have, you know, a language option. Original classic world content such as citizenship, followed by the crafting system. Yeah, I like the citizenship theme. I like the crafting system. Now, I think with citizenship, people don't like it because it's a weekly and a daily quest for it. I would like to see a way for them. I think I said this earlier, but I would like to see a way to grind up your citizenship as you play. Something you can grind to level it up and not just only be from the daily. It's kind of like, if you really think about it, citizenship is exactly the same thing as arcane and sacred symbols if you're a modern MapleStory player. You have the daily and you have the weekly, and then eventually it gets the symbol to max level, and then you can't get it anymore, and you don't have to do the daily, and you don't have to do the weekly. That's essentially what the citizenship thing is. But with the symbols, you have the option to farm them from monsters as a rare drop, or buy them off of other players. So maybe it could be like a drop from monsters only in Kerning City area, only in Henny area, and it could be a good way for players to potentially earn early game miso because think of it this way, right? Say only monsters in Henny and Kerning drop like a citizenship scroll or pass or buttons or whatever item that increase your citizenship for that corresponding area by a little bit. People who are past those areas and don't want to train at Henny, don't want to train at Kerning, can buy those citizenship points off of the low-level people who need miso early on for potions. What do you think of that idea? Nexon, send it. Bam! Alright, what do we got going on here? Through these tests, we gathered meaningful data, but even more importantly, we gained a better understanding of your perspectives. Through your feedback, seeing firsthand how Maplers experienced the game and taking the wide range of feedback that was shared throughout the test was especially valuable. Nice. Gave us a clearer sense of what you're hoping for, as well as where we need to improve. It was especially meaningful to see so many of you training together, changing information, gathering in towns, and spending time together. Reminded me just how important those natural moments of interaction and community are to the classic. Yeah, I went to town. I talked to Inkwell a bit. He roasted me. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, I really do think they're doing a better job of classic than modern Maple. If you just look at the uh, I don't know. I don't want to dog too much on Modern Maple, but like, dude, like in one day they changed like the cooldowns and stuff on third job after people. Like, when's the last time something like that has ever happened? The constructive feedback and warm encouragement you shared both inside and outside the game continue to be a tremendous source of motivation for me and the entire team. Thank you again to everyone who took part. With any large-scale tests, we also identified areas that would benefit from additional polish and preparation. We'll continue reviewing feedback and refining the game, yada yada yada. Alright, our next journey. I talked about what many of you have been most curious about. What comes next? Yes, he did say this is the last beta test. We did see that's coming out October 21st. Let's check it out. After we complete our review, feedback, close test 2, and incorporate the improvements we believe are needed, we plan to move directly into live service without another close test. Yes! Founders Access, October 6th. Am I going to have to... What does that mean? Pay? Fuck me. I'm going to have to sell some poker chips. Grand launch Wednesday, October 2-1. Silent Test 1 and 2 are opportunities for us to validate Classic World's content and systems. Together, from here, our next step is live service. Yes. Founders Access begins October 6th and marks our first step into live service. Together with Maplers eager to get started before the grand launch, play in an environment that includes improvements based on closed test 2, and throughout this period we will pay close attention to the player experience and the overall service environment, continue to refine what needs attention based on your feedback as we move towards the grand launch. So, what does that mean, Founders Access? Does that just mean like essentially a third beta test and then your information gets wiped, or does that mean you essentially get to play 15 days earlier? I don't know what that means. Maybe somebody can help me out here. Okay, so on October 21st, grand launch will open the doors to everyone. So maybe that's... So Founders Access is basically like early access? Question mark. So on September 2, which is a little bit less than 2 weeks away, you can buy the package. How much is this gonna fucking cost me? Founders Package. We are preparing Founders Package to celebrate the beginning of Classic World with you. The Founders Package will go on sale September 2 and will include commemorative benefits centered on special cosmetic items, look and feel of MapleStory's earlier years, along with the opportunity to participate in Founders Access. Your character in progress from Founders Access will... Oh, okay, so it is early access right here. Will carry over into Grand Launch. We will share more detailed information about Founders Package on the official website soon, so maybe in like in a week. Beginning with Grand Launch on October 21, anyone will be able to access and play. Okay, so I'm gonna have to buy that just to get my name. Wait, Zakum, Snail, launch content. One thing I'd like to note in advance is that some of the content experienced in closed online tests will not be included or in the Founders Access or Grand Launch. Yes, Inkwell did say this in-game during the beta, but I think he's saying it again here. In particular, Orbis Elnath, the third job, will not be a part of the initial launch. We have been listening closely to feedback and concerns you shared about this content being in the test too. We're taking a broader look. Yeah, so they want to get third job right, and you see, this is a good thing, right? Like, there's a lot of things for them to still change with third job, and instead of just delaying the whole game, they're letting you play the game without it, and then once they get it right, they'll put it in. That's awesome. That's what we want to see. Rather than simply bringing back to what you saw in Close 2 as is, we want to take the time... Oh, and it's basically what I just said right here. Time needed to make meaningful changes and improvements based on your feedback. Plan to introduce this content gradually at an appropriate time, taking into account Classic World's overall pacing. Oh my god. This is good. At Grand Launch, we will also introduce brand new content that we have not shown before, so... Oh. Maybe, that boss thing that looked like it was in the... Forgotten Hollow. Mark of the Beta! Oh, please tell me I get one of these mother suckers. I never got one. Dude, there it is. Oh my god. Please tell me. Throughout both closed tests, many of you asked us about Mark of the Beta. Those who played MapleStory in its very early stages remember the special meaning this item carries. I also carefully considered the best way to make Mark of Beta available, giving its symbolic place. Okay, and the interest you've shown, I felt that giving everyone who joins Classic World early in its journey an opportunity to earn the mark of beta was more fitting for what this item represents than reserving it as a reward for only a specific group of players. Everyone who joins Classic World early in its journey. All players who join us during the early days of Classic World will have an opportunity to earn the mark of the beta as an in-game quest scheduled to the end in November. Okay, so... basically, from October 6th / October 21st, whether you get early access or regular access, you have until the end of November, no matter if you played the beta test or not, to get the mark of the beta. Dude, and there you go. How many people were like sad that they didn't get accepted into the closed betas and they weren't going to get this? Well, now look, you literally can. As long as you hop on before the end of November. That's insane. I'm definitely going to have to get that. The world we want to build. Alright, let's check it out. We hope Global MapleStory Classic World will be a game that players can comfortably return to and enjoy for years to come. It kind of like OSRS. You just continue where you left off. Hopefully something like that. MapleStory where you can explore at your own pace, step away for a while, come back without feeling like you lost your place. Yes. Where you can spend quiet time training in Alenia, head back to Henny, lose track of time talking with friends. There is joy growing your character and taking new challenges in Maple, but there's also different kind of joy in taking your time. Exactly. And I've come to notice that, maybe I'm just getting old, but in my older years, just take your time. Enjoy the grind. Like, look, I rushed to 300 on Modern Maple, and it sucks. It's not worth it. Now, if you really do enjoy something like that, and you're pushing for a good rank, and that's how you enjoy the game, hey, all for it. But I'm gonna be taking my time. I'm gonna be having fun, and I want it to last. Classic World, we want to bring forward that other side of MapleStory, the idea that playing a little more slowly can be just as enjoyable, and embrace the beauty of taking it slow. Just take it slow. Take it easy. Alright. Whew. Back. With that direction in mind, we do not intend to rush the expansion of new regions and content. We want to introduce them at a more measured pace, giving players enough time to fully experience and enjoy each part of Classic World before moving on to the next. At the same time, Classic World will not simply retrace the same path MapleStory followed. Thank goodness, because there's certain things we do want, there's certain things we don't want, right? We want to revisit the world you remembered, also continuing stories that we never had the opportunity to tell. What happened next with Manji and the hero Gladius? How did their stories continue after the quest? Remember, it came to an end. What stories have Henny, Chief Stan, and Critting City Dark Lord been keeping to themselves? Interesting. Together with the developers who helped shape MapleStory in its early days, we want to bring life stories we were not able to fully tell, a world you remember long ago, but with new stories still waiting to be discovered. Alright, now this is a big topic of discussion. The approach to the cash shop. As we think about the cash shop, we want to take an approach that fits overall vision and direction of Classic World. We intend to avoid selling items in the cash shop that directly boost XP or make characters stronger, and our focus will primarily be on cosmetics and convenience. Beyond that, we will continue exploring the best to support the kind of long-term gameplay experience we want in Classic World. Okay. Now, certain things were tradable, like Super Megas and I forget what else. I think the safety charms were tradable. And while it doesn't, like, with tradable cash shop items, it doesn't directly boost your damage, but it definitely is an indirect boost to damage if you're just simply buying items, selling for miso, using miso to upgrade your character's equips. Right? It's essentially just an extra step to buying miso through the cash shop. And it doesn't mention anything about tradable items if they have second thoughts on that or if they plan on doing it. And I know a lot of people don't want it because then it just becomes, I guess you can say, pay to win, but at least for gears and armor, you're still going to have to train and stuff, and you know, also if you're buying miso through this by selling items and getting miso that way, you can essentially skip, especially early game struggle for potions. So I definitely see why people don't want it, but at the same time, I also see why people do want it because me personally, I like to grind out and earn things in game, and if I can grind out and earn something through the cash shop through in game, even though it would probably not really be worth it, I could probably just buy it, probably save time and stuff like that. It feels better when you earn it in game for me personally, so I would like it just because then I don't have to spend money, but also I think more people wouldn't want it than do want it. I'm not sure. You guys will have to let me know because either way, like, I'm not too worried about what other people are going to be doing in this game. I'm just going to be doing my own thing and playing the game. And I think that's a big problem with me is I'm not as picky as I probably should be, but I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is, and as long as the gameplay feels like classic Maple to me, for the most part, I really don't care what they do, but also, like, I can't just speak on the entirety of the community, so whatever the majority of the community wants, I'll be okay with. Whether it's tradable or untradable or however people feel. I'm indifferent and I'll go whichever way the community goes for sure on this. Memories old and new. Through Global MapleStory Classic World, I hope those of you who played MapleStory long ago can revisit the memories you made back then, while Maplers discovering Classic World for the first time can create memories of their own, and I hope that in time, those new memories will become a part of MapleStory's history. To everyone who's been through us closed test 1 and 2 and every step of Classic, thank you. Next time we meet, it won't be a test, it will be in Classic World. Wow. Oh, we'll meet again, Inkwell. So yeah, that's the whole post. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go and probably do some rune crafting, but streams will resume September 1st because OSM is doing a launch. Full release on their game on MapleStory Worlds, and then October 6th, October 21st, we got Official Classic, baby. Let's get it. What the bong?